Do I think the company is trying to hurt you? Do I think the company is trying to lie to you? Do I think that the company is trying to get more money by misleading you?
The only thing that stays consistent is the grind. Keep on grinding.
What's up, everybody? So, in case you all have been living under a rock, there's this amazing machine called a Tonal, and it gives you a gym quality workout up to 200 pounds on your wall with almost zero footprint. I say almost zero footprint because this machine does unfortunately have about a 5-inch thickness. I don't know if I should get it. I'm not really sure. That 5 inches on the wall really might affect me hanging a picture. So let's take the sarcasm out of the picture and let's get back to the fact that this machine is amazing. It's giving you a gym quality workout from your home, 200 pounds max. It is absolutely phenomenal. It is one of the most incredible machines, in my opinion, next to the Handy Gym, which I've discussed a million times. That machine is more of a fully portable travel piece of equipment, whereas the Tonal, unfortunately, it stays on your wall. What we're going to be getting at today is the fact that this machine is incredible and so many people want to know about it, and for good reason. But something, if you're familiar with the company and their policies, the fact that this machine needs to be installed professionally. I remember when I first wanted to purchase this machine, I called them up. The pandemic just hit and I was out of the gym and I was gaining all this weight. And I said to them, does this machine actually have to be installed professionally? Because I could go ahead and install it myself. And if that's the case, I could save a ton of money on the installation and I don't have to have strangers coming into my house and all this stuff. A lot of people hit me up all the time and say, Joe, can I just install this myself? Because it's very, very easy. Now, when I first reached out to Tonal and asked them that, they said, no, unfortunately, if you do install it yourself, you lose the warranty on the machine. So the machine's warranty will be void. The Tonal customer service reps told me that this machine, it's got to be installed in a certain way. It's not just like hanging a television. These were the words that were used in speaking about this machine. Now, I've had this machine in another apartment, and then I got it moved to this apartment. And each time that this machine was installed and uninstalled, it seemed like a very straightforward process. You put a frame on the wall, you mount the Tonal, you put the screws in, you know, this machine has to be installed in studs, so you have to find the studs and all that. But it seemed like a relatively straightforward install. I've even had some of the amazing viewers on this channel go ahead and say, Joe, I have done the relocation of this machine. I have done the install on this machine, and it is not anything more than just a straightforward install. You make sure the thing is level, you find the studs in the wall, and you go ahead and you put it up on the wall, and it's good. So we've had many people who have claimed to have successful installations with this machine. Was Tonal being forthcoming? Was Tonal being honest when they told me and the thousands upon thousands upon thousands of other people that are interested in their product? Were they being honest when they said that you lose the warranty on this machine? Let's get into that today. So one of the awesome subscribers hit me up and they said, Joe, I spoke to Tonal. I have a conversation with Tonal about the warranty because I know of something called the Magnuson-Moss Act. Now, this is a law, I'm not a lawyer, keep that in mind, that apparently prevents a company from arbitrarily taking away your warranty, okay? It does, I'm sure this law does a lot of things, but again, I'm not a lawyer. You guys are going to need to look that up. So this subscriber was aware of this law, and they were aware that this law somehow prevents a company from arbitrarily just saying we're not honoring our warranty. Sent this conversation. I have the entire conversation. We're going to be diving into it today to find out whether or not you can actually install this tonal yourself or not, because this is a hot topic. A lot of people want this machine, but they don't want to lose the warranty if they go ahead and decide to install it on their own. So this awesome subscriber writes, I'm reaching out because I'm under the impression that if you decide to remove the tonal and relocate it by yourself, that you lose your warranty. Is that correct? Very, very straightforward question. Very, very straightforward. The answer to this person by the tonal representative was, that's correct. Okay? Only your authorized installers can do the reinstallation. You can purchase a relocation kit for reinstallation for $195, and then they go ahead and add a link to where you would purchase that, all right? The next part of this conversation goes, thanks for the information. Can you please tell me how that is legal? It's pretty hardcore. Can you please tell me how that is legal in consideration to the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act? As far as my understanding of this law, removing the warranty if someone chose to install the machine themselves would be illegal. If I am incorrect, I would like you guys to please let me know what my misunderstanding is. Thank you for your time. I love it. I love it. Very respectful, very straightforward, because when you're dealing with legalities, you want to be very straightforward. You don't want to be shy. And this person's not being shy. They're just going straight, hit the nail on the head. What am I misunderstanding? This is what the law looks like to me. What's your version of the law? So let's see what Tonal says. You're welcome. I understand your concern, but it's part of our terms of sale. It's part of our terms of sale. This is the tonal rep. It is part of our terms of sale to accept these conditions if purchasing a tonal. The installation of the tonal must be done professionally in order to mitigate any damage of our product or to your walls, which would not be covered by us if not done correctly by a professional. And then they link the terms of the sale in this chat. Now, this awesome subscriber went through the terms of sale. They read the terms of sale, all the legal stuff, they read it. They read the link that was sent to them, and they responded in this way. Thank you so much for sending me this information. Would you please show me where within that information it actually states that this machine must be installed or uninstalled solely by your installers? Can you also show me within that information that it tells you that if it's done by you, that you will lose your warranty? I read the entirety of what you sent, and I could not find any information that actually states what I have mentioned above. Thank you for your time. Tonal responds, the rep responds, probably. So the fact that the word probably is used is completely, in my opinion, unacceptable. There should be no probably. You're being asked a question by a potential customer in regards to a very important part of purchasing this machine, the installation. The word probably should not have been in this sentence, but they write, probably this line in our terms of sale, quote, Tonal is not responsible for any such damage, nor is Tonal responsible for any damage or injury caused by unauthorized or self-installation, maintenance, repair, or removal, okay? So they wrote probably. So the customer service representative was not even sure where within the terms of sale it actually said what he claimed was the case, that you must get it installed by a Tonal authorized installer, and that it would cause you to void your warranty, okay? So he wasn't sure. He just grabbed at a line that looked like it said that and then ran with it. Thanks very much for following up, but the information that you sent has no bearing on the questions that I had previously asked. This is hardcore. I gotta say, I love the fact that this customer, that this follower of this channel is outright saying what they're thinking. And this is what you have to do, because if you're given information, you want it to be accurate. And the fact that this person, this customer service rep, no matter how nice the customer service reps are, okay, because I've always mentioned in the past, they're always nice. They always try to get back to you, and they follow up with you and stuff. But I have mentioned in the past that they're not always knowledgeable. You might talk to customer service rep A, and they give you a complete different response than customer service B, C, D, and E. And when you're spending this kind of money, you want reassurance that the company that you're buying from is going to back you when it comes to stuff like this. Personally, I remember, just to get off a little bit off the subject, I remember before I purchased a tonal, I said to them, what happens if I purchase a tonal and the handle goes bad? I said, am I going to be able to purchase a handle separately without having to buy the full-blown $500 Bluetooth package that they pretty much force you to buy? If one handle's defective and it's outside of the warranty period for the handle, can I purchase a handle or a pair of handles separately from the entire package? They said, no, you can't. And I said, well, that's a little bit unreasonable. Because why are you going to have me buy a bench and buy a rope and buy all this stuff if I don't need it and all I need are the handles? I said, where in the paperwork does it say that this is the case? They couldn't cite anything in any type of paperwork. And then I said, I need reassurance that I'll be able to purchase this separately because it's unreasonable otherwise. They said, we give you our reassurance. And I said, well, where can you show me that in writing? And they said, we can't show that to you in writing. I didn't like that. I'm not the first person to be told that the customer service from Tonal is not always, number one, accurate when it comes to their information, and number two, I've been told a million times that they're shady. They are a bit shady.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Do I think they're shady in terms of the fact that they're trying to hurt their potential customer or lie to you? No, I just don't think that they're the best at business. I'm sure there's tons of things that could help them improve, and I'm hoping this video is going to help them improve, because when you're spending these thousands upon thousands of dollars on a piece of home gym equipment like this, you want the company to give you the top quality service that you deserve. Because when you first buy this machine, you're going to be spending approximately, give or take a couple hundred bucks, about $5,000. I always tell people, be comfortable with spending about $5,000 if you're looking at a tonal. The information that you sent does not say that this machine must be solely installed or removed by a Tonal authorized installer, nor does it say that the warranty will be removed if you decide to remove the machine yourself. All this says is that the company will not be responsible for damage. So if there is no damage, if I do the uninstall myself and there's nothing for Tonal to be responsible for, then there should be no issue with the warranty. And as previously mentioned, that law that I mentioned prohibits Tonal from removing someone's warranty from their product. And again, what you sent me does not specifically say that the machine must be installed by an authorized company. Am I correct about the statements that I've made? Or is there something that I'm missing? They're giving Tonal the benefit of the doubt, even though clearly the customer service rep had no clue what they were talking about. Clearly, I mean, you can see it right there. They said the word probably. If you're saying the word probably and you can't even tell me where you're getting the information that you're giving me, in terms of me being a potential customer and buying this machine, you have no clue what you're talking about. So the Tonal customer service rep had no idea, but still the customer themselves are being kind. They're giving the benefit of the doubt, and I appreciate that, because it can't be easy to be a customer service rep. It really can't. But at the same time, if you are a customer service rep, you need to know what you're saying. You can't just say probably and expect that to be good enough. You can't do that. That's wrong. The response from that rep was, "You're very welcome. Your points are very valid. I will escalate this for you and hopefully receive a response shortly in regards to your concerns. I know that we do not support self-installation. We do not support self-installation, okay? Stating it like it's a fact, we do not support self-installation. I know that we do not support self-installation, and as a result of that, the warranty will be voided if customers choose to self-install. Okay, so it sounds to me like the customer service rep was told this by their higher-ups, and all the customer service reps were probably told this from their higher-ups, and now it's something that circulates. It's something that circulates, and because it circulates, it becomes a fact without actually having that fact on paper for the customer or the customer service reps to actually look at and have something tangible. Yes, please escalate this for me. I just want to point out again that the law that I cited in the earlier email states that warranties must still be honored regardless of whether or not someone wants to install themselves. So this would go directly against what Tonal Company is saying. The law is the law for a reason. I also, again, wanted to point out, nowhere on your website does it, I'm horrible at reading, that nowhere on your website does it say, as far as I can tell, and as far as you can tell, talking about the customer service rep, that self-installation will void the warranty. So legally at this point in time, it does not look like this is the case, regardless of what the Tonal Company would prefer to do in a scenario like the one we're speaking about. The customer is saying Tonal Company might want the warranty to be voided if you go ahead and decide to install this yourself, but legally you can't do that. That's what this customer is saying. And the customer service rep, the Tonal website, and pretty much anywhere else as far as the company goes, they're not actually saying that this is the case other than the customer service reps just voicing it. Again, this is something that thousands upon thousands of customers have been told. They've been told you cannot install it yourself. They've been told this machine takes a special skill to install. It is not easy to install. It is not like hanging a television. It is not like hanging a picture. It requires special skill. That's what they were told. I was also told, if you recall, I did a video on my tonal relocation. That tonal relocation, within that video, I spoke about the fact that Tonal forces you to buy a relocation kit for this machine. New hardware, new frame, new screws, and all this stuff, right? They force you to buy it for however many hundreds of dollars it is. But when I actually got the machine reinstalled in my new residence, the installation company didn't even use it. And I said to them, are you going to be using this reinstallation kit, this new installation kit? Are you going to be using this? Because I purchased it and Tonal told me that it needs to be used. And they said, oh, we never use that. I don't even know why they make you buy it. So this is what, and if you were to ask Tonal, they're saying, no, you have to use it. You can't install it without it. Meanwhile, you're making people spend hundreds of dollars for what? For what? Tell me, for what? Am I wrong? No, because it's hanging on my wall. They didn't use the relocation kit, and I bought the relocation kit. So it sounds to me like there's a lot of misinformation that is behind the scenes when it comes to this company. Now, does that mean that this company is trying to hurt people? No, it might just mean that they're ignorant, that they're not being given the proper information, that the customer service reps might not know what's going on because they're not being given the proper information. And at the end of the day, what the company would want may not actually go along with what the law is. So it doesn't matter at that point what the company wants, it's what the law is. The law was put in place for a reason, to protect the customer. And at this point in time, it does not look like this is the case, regardless of what the Tonal Company would prefer to do in a scenario like the one we're speaking about. Thank you again for the time, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Very polite still. There's no reason not to be polite to somebody who's helping you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. There was another follow-up email from the customer 3 days later saying, good morning, just wondering if I can get an answer in regards to the conversation that we were having. Thank you very much. That response on the same day was, good morning. I will have an answer for you shortly. My manager is still waiting for a response from our legal team. So they escalated this to their legal team. Later that very day, another response from Tonal. Hi there. here's a quick update. You are one of the first customers who has referenced this specific legislative act in relativity to Tonal. Someone had to say something, and this customer said something. And because this customer said something, they are probably saving so many people the aggravation of being given misinformation. Even this company, the Tonal company, the company that built the machine with the legal team that they have and all this stuff, you expect this, even though they're kind of like a smaller company in comparison to others, you would expect that this company would have their head in the game and they would really be on the ball with this stuff. But no, clearly not. They've never encountered something like this before, and therefore they don't know what the right answer is. So let this be a lesson to all of us. When you have a question, speak up. Because even if someone tries to make you look crazy and say, oh, nope, the answer's right here in this paragraph, just click on the link and find it in the paragraph, the answer might not be there. So don't think you're crazy. Push the envelope. Make them earn their money and have them show you something if you need your questions answered. If they can't show you, well, it looks like they might be giving the wrong information. As I want to ensure you receive the most accurate information possible, I am waiting for a response from our executive sales, management, and legal teams to provide specific insight for you. I can assure you will be provided with an update as soon as I receive one. So 6 days later. Hi there. I apologize for the delay in getting back to you. This is Tonal, right? The customer service rep. We were referring to the installation warranty, not the product warranty. So pay attention to this. The Tonal does come with a limited product warranty, which you can find on the Tonal website. That limited product warranty applies to all original purchases of a Tonal. When our professional team installs a Tonal, it comes with an installation warranty as well. That installation warranty does not apply to self-installs. So the installation warranty does not apply to self-installs. Okay, that makes sense, right? If you have an installation warranty and you don't have their team do it, well, they can't give you a warranty on your own work if you decided to do it. That makes sense. That installation warranty does not apply to self-installs, and the Tonal limited product warranty does not cover any damage caused by improper or incorrect installation by anyone other than our trained team. You do have the ability to request a self-install. If you prefer to do so, you would submit this request when completing your pre-installation survey. If you have any additional questions or would like to proceed with placing your order, please let me know and I would be happy to assist. I do have a one-time code use available for you if you were to order as well. Okay, so this customer service rep was more than happy to quickly address the issue and then kind of pushed for a sale, which makes sense because they're a sales rep, right? They're looking to sell a product. But if you really break down this email, they're basically telling you there's 2 warranties. You have the Tonal Machines warranty, and then you have the actual installation warranty of the product. If you installed it yourself, you would not get an installation warranty. But that does not mean that the machine's warranty is now void, which is what they've been telling us this entire time since day one. The customer service rep doesn't even seem to have been aware of this because he had to escalate to the legal team and the sales team and all the management, all this stuff. So they're given the wrong information. So keep this in mind. They may not know what they're talking about when you speak to them. And is that a shame? Absolutely. It's a shame. It's a shame that you would be under this impression because theoretically speaking, I could have went and installed this myself when I moved if I chose to do that. I could have installed it myself and saved hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I forget how much it cost. And I wouldn't have had to use the relocation kit because you don't need the relocation kit because even the installers don't use the relocation kit that Tonal forces you to buy and claims that you need. Great. Thank you so much for getting back to me. So if I am understanding correctly, there would be no impact on warranty when it comes to the machine as long as there was no damage caused during the relocation or installation of the device during the self-install or self-removal. Is this correct? If I do understand correctly, I would just like to know if there is a process that this is good. I would like to know if there's a process that the self-installer, so the person who purchases the machine, would have to go through in order to show the Tonal company that the self-install or removal was done correctly and there was no damage. For example, if I were to self-install the machine and it was perfectly fine and there was zero damage and I used it for a month or so, and then all of a sudden something happened with the machine which was unrelated to the self-install, would the Tonal company honor the machine's warranty, or would I be told that whatever the problem was is because of the self-install? Very, very important. Who's to say that this company, who doesn't even know the law and doesn't even know how they're supposed to move forward with customers when it comes to this stuff, who's to say that they're not going to say, oh, you damaged it when you did it, even if you didn't damage it? Who's to say? So there needs to be a protocol in place for this. That is correct. We don't have any process surrounding that, unfortunately. We don't have any process surrounding that, unfortunately. But now that it's brought up to their attention, hopefully we do have something that would outline the specific criteria for a successful installation. Yes, hopefully. Hopefully you would, because you no longer can tell people that they must use your installers. You are no longer allowed to say that, because now it's public knowledge. Because someone had the forethought to ask the question and push for an answer. So now that this answer is found out, you can no longer tell people they can't install it themselves. You can no longer give people the improper misinformation. Now you must let them know that they can install it themselves and that their warranty will be honored. Now you must let them know. And you need to have, Tonal, you need to have some sort of an outline that proves that when a customer does it themselves, there was zero issues, because many people are going to be able to install them themselves and move them themselves without any issue. Okay? Many people. You need to come out with an outline as far as that goes, whether it be a video of someone using the machine after the install and everything's good, whatever the case might be. You need to figure that out, because you're giving people the wrong information. It's not right. You're making people spend money. You're making people waste time waiting for your installers, who a lot of the time, unfortunately, are incompetent. A lot of the time, the Tonal company in many ways is incompetent when it comes to relocations, when it comes to installs and all this stuff. Just like the information that's been given to people, unfortunately, that's incompetent too. I hate to say it. Hopefully, we do have something that would outline the specific criteria for a successful installation in the future. For now, I believe the installers would show up and be able to tell if the damage was due to improper installation or not. So Tonal is saying, well, we don't really have anything outlined right now, and that might be wrong too. Who knows? Who knows? We don't really have anything right now to help you to prove that you have moved it correctly and successfully installed it. But maybe in the future we will. In the meantime, though, if you do successfully install it by yourself and now something breaks, when we have a certified person come to fix it, they should be able to tell whether or not it was broken by you installing it or whether it just broke by itself. That makes sense on paper, but who knows? Who knows at this point? We've been given the wrong information this whole time. There needs to be something concrete. That, at the end of the day, that's what it is. So if you go ahead and install this yourself, any customer that decides to do that, make sure you take a video after. Make sure you take a picture after of someone using it to show that, hey, look, there's no damage and it's working and it was installed properly. So if something breaks later on down the road, look, it's installed the same way, didn't fall off the wall, there was no damage on it, something broke, it has nothing to do with me, fix my problem under warranty. Great, thank you so much. I appreciate knowing that doing your own successful installation doesn't prevent you from having the machine's warranty. I believe that even the sales associates don't realize that this is the case, and I think it's important for them to understand how the law as well as the warranties work. Much appreciated. That was the end of the conversation. So the customer service representative who handled that entire process and did their job. I can't say they did a great job because they didn't, but the same customer service rep who handled it from the beginning to the end did not respond to that last correspondence. I guess they realized that they were incompetent and that the company looks incompetent. That's what that seems like to me. So how do you guys feel about this? If you've purchased a Tonal already and you knew that you were legally allowed to install it yourself, would you have installed it yourself? Would you have had the company install it? Would you have paid that extra money? Because think about it, this thing is heavy. And if you do remember somebody putting it on your wall, usually it takes two people, usually. Some people I guess could get away with doing it, by themselves. But it's a pretty big and heavy machine. Would you feel confident doing it yourself? I've had many people reach out and tell me, yeah, I can do it myself. It's like hanging a picture. Despite what Tonal has told us. Despite what Tonal has told us. Tonal has told us that there's a special secret way to install it.
Oh, it's magic,
That's what I've been told multiple times. I know many other customers have been told the same thing. But clearly, there is no special way. I remember even asking Tonal in the past, Tonal, are you going to give me, if I decide to go ahead and I choose to void my warranty by installing it myself, will you give me the information, the specific information on how to install it? They've told me no. We're not going to support it, and we're not going to give that information. You have to give it. You have to give that information. Because if there is a way that someone can legally install this themselves without losing their warranty, which there is, you have to supply the directions that come with the machine. So Tonal needs to fix this, and they need to fix it now, regardless of whether or not you personally would like to install it yourself. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. I hope that all of you are well. I'm not trying to deter anybody from purchasing this machine, but as you guys know, from the beginning of this channel, I have told you the good, I've told you the bad, and I've told you the ugly. I love this machine. I would never take it back. I think it's absolutely amazing that it's 5 inches thick, and it gives you 200 pounds of real, true gym feel in your wherever you want. You could put this thing in a closet. It's so small. If you have a walk-in closet, you could put it in a walk-in closet as long as you have enough room to use it. It is so versatile. Again, it's one of the most versatile machines on the market. You have the Ox Fit, you have all this crazy stuff that you have the Speediance, you have all this stuff out there that could be amazing, but this is still the most streamlined, the most beautiful, the most versatile, in my opinion, piece of equipment other than the Handy Gym. And I mean, the Handy Gym isn't like beautiful, like it's not gorgeous like this, but it is a full-blown gym that you're taking on the road with you no matter where you are. You're getting a full body workout like you are at the gym using a over 200-pound machine. So it doesn't have to be beautiful at that point. It just has to function, and it does. It functions very well. So as far as home gym equipment, Tonal is where it's at. Until I see something different, I would highly recommend this machine. Do I think the company is trying to hurt you? Do I think the company is trying to lie to you? Do I think that the company is trying to get more money by misleading you? I don't. I just think they don't know what they're doing. That's how I feel. What do you guys feel? Be safe, and I'll see you later.